And the new hero, the goalkeeper, the star player, saves the penalty.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Corners of Europe Challenge, and welcome back to Tromso, where in today's episode we have got our 2031 season preview, our 6th full season here at Tromso, I believe. We've got the preview for that, and then a game away against Lillestrom, the Norwegian Cup holders. We're going to be playing against them to open off what is going to be a huge season for us, our return to the Conference League. We've got some qualifiers before that. That should be in about 2 episodes at a time, so Saturday if I'm not mistaken, or it'll be Friday actually. So we've got those coming up, but yeah, it's been a very, very good summer. We've had so much money in the bank. We've sold players as well. And obviously, you know, with all the towel deals that went through and stuff like that, the finances of the club just went through the roof. It improved so much. And now we're able to make some really, really good signings. And that is what we're going to get straight into. The first thing I have to show you is we had nearly 9 million in a transfer budget, which is absolutely insane. Our wage budget was a lot higher than it is now. It was at 110,000, but obviously if you change that, you get more in the transfer budget. That was, I don't know how we managed to do it. I mean, we had about 4.5 million, a lot of it obviously from the towel deal, stuff like that. So we had that money, and then they added like an extra 3 million. They usually had about 2 million, but 3 million, because the finances are doing well, has done us quite a few favours. The transfers start on this side of the page. There's not really, there's signings. There's not loads of signings, but there's quite big signings, is probably the best way to describe it. So players who've left the club. Isak Myra has left the club, free deal over to Granada, which is a bit disappointing me. I would have liked to have kept him, but I've figured out, I've realised I've got to do the contracts before they expire, and that's what I've done. So he has left us, unfortunately, as a result of that mistake. Mateus Fernandez left us, wasn't really too impressive in his time here, so we let him go for a fee of 400,000 there. Sven Zen has left us as well. Never really broke into the team, but last season was quite good for us. Moving over to Kongsvinger now, back in the first division for them, and then turning over the page. Anyone else left? Yeah, Manuel Mendonca as well, another player. Didn't really break into the team. He's on loan, so if you can have a good spell there, then he would return and maybe try to break into the team. So the transfers in start on this side, and the first player we brought in is Daniel Satrin. As you can see here, a star player for us, real good goalkeeper. He's a bit on the smaller side for a goalkeeper at 185 centimetres, but his ability overall, they clearly rate him very, very highly. He's in the Dream 11 for the Norwegian First Division, so he's clearly all right. And we bring him in for a fee from Skogdal there, as you can see, for around 1.4 million. So that is a pretty good deal. All in all, the next player we brought in, I mean, we go up actually. We brought in Nikolai Lyso, coming in from Valerenga. He's quite a flexible player, more of a squad player for us. Good overall attributes, and he gives us that depth that we need in the midfield, obviously off the back of Fernandez and the other one leaving. What was his name now? Mendonca, that's what it was. But off the back of those leaving, next player we brought in, Thorstensen. He's coming. He's another squad player for us. Not really. You wouldn't expect him to really break into the team. Maybe you can, but yeah, he's another squad player, a bit more advanced, and he just gives us that option off the bench if we need him. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, young players have come in for the third team. That's all, and the second team, that's all been fixed now. So you will see a lot of names like that in the transfers. Then we turn over the page. The next player we brought in, and the next 2 players we brought in, actually, I thought, you know, the thing we needed to improve this summer is the defence, and we bring in young players to improve the defence. We've already shown you Satren, the goalkeeper. The next player we brought in, David Eduardo, another Portuguese boy. He fills in the Myra role, still got loads of potential, overall looking like a real good player, 188 centimetres, and he is still 22 years of age. A real good player we've managed to snap up here for a fee of 1.8 million. All these deals, by the way, have no clauses in. It's mainly just profit, percentage profit, stuff like that. Maybe some, I don't think there's any installments. I think there's bonuses for winning the cup or something like that. or yeah, I think that's pretty much it, or after like 50 league appearances, something like that. But it's really good deals that I've managed to get them in. The next player we brought in, Ustin Gilia, Romanian centre back. He's a lot younger. He's probably the youngest player in our squad now. 18 years of age. He's going to play on the right side of the defence. He looks like he could be even better than our other signings at the back. What a player he is already. 196 centimetres. Tackling ability is already good. He's got great overall attributes, and at 18 years of age, he has got so much potential to go on and improve. Already getting caps for the Romanian side, and then as we continue to move down, some more signings for the youth teams. I'm looking if anyone. Yeah, next player's come in. We've brought in Ingelai here, Teo Ingelai. He's another squad player with a bit more. I mean, a lot of these players aren't amazing. They're going to be on the bench. I'll explain why it's been a bit tough for us. But yeah, another squad player. He helps us out on the wings, and he looks good, to be fair. Some good physical abilities here, as you can see, and still got a potential to go on and improve. And then the final player we brought in, the players were complaining we didn't have enough depth at left wing back, and I was looking for another left wing back. We've got Kornienko obviously, but I felt like he plays that role really well, but he can get tired. We need a player who can play there, and that player is Stegjal here, as you can see. He's coming for 1 million. It's quite expensive, but it's a very precise role, that kind of inverted wing back position, and he can play it very capably. So paying a bit more than the amount I wanted to, about 500,000. We've added 500,000 on top to that. For a left-footed left back there, he's flexible, can play in many positions for a cheap. He's good on the wage bill as well. I think it's a very, very good value, a deal for especially the very specific role he has to play. It's tough to find players like that who can play that role, and that's why we brought in Stegdal there, as you can see. So that is all the signings. Some very, very big signings there. We've spent, I don't know how much we spent actually. If we go and take a look, it's around 5.5 million. 5.5 million. It's a bit less than that, close to 5 million. And then on the other side, obviously 1.4 million. About 6.4 million has been spent this summer. We are competing with some of the top teams in terms of players. The money spent in the players we brought in. Still not going to be more than the likes of Mulder and Bodo Glimt if we're going to take a look at the transfer window. So we are third, which is reasonable. Bodo Glimt actually topped that because they also received a lot of money in player sales, and also then Mulder after that, and then us, and then it's the rest of the league. Odds are the only one who tried to contest at 1.4 million. But yeah, we received a lot of money last year. I don't know why we can't see last year's transfer window, because money received we'd probably be one of the highest because of that deal we got. And yeah, so it makes sense that we've spent this much money and we've got this much money because of that huge deal that Tewold did give us. Also, Mulder tried to come in for Alex Flores. Can you believe that? The cheek they had to do that, to try and come and get him. They didn't get him, luckily, and we still keep hold of him. Pereira's got an injury there, but we'll put Bajun into the midfield there. So the depth is there. Whether it's good enough, I don't know. The money's still there to be spent. The one issue we had is there's a rule, right? So in this starting team, obviously it's got so where is he? Where's he gone now? He's not here. Has he gone to the second team already? If we go and take a look, yeah, Gilia here. I don't know why he's gone to the second team. He's not even in the second team apparently, but he is suspended for this game. There he is. He's back now. He's suspended, and obviously Pereira is injured for this game. The full strength team has got 9 out of 11 foreign players. So the rule is you can only have 9 players from foreign countries, which is as much as I can understand, because you want to develop Norwegian players. It's quite tough, and especially for the depth as well, because a lot of these Norwegian players are going to want to start, and this is what we can get. So it's tough, definitely. Obviously, players have left. Players who've left have not been that many, to be honest. It's been a good season for not losing players, I guess you could say. So I've been happy with that, but the depth has been tough to get nailed on and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think the starting team is really good, and also one thing I've done is with Pereira and Gilia in the team, the whole team is numbered 1 to 11. Some players have had number changes. Kornienko, I think, was one. Sauer's had one. The back line, it's all in order as well, pretty much. Motta is number 11 now. Dahl is probably the biggest change. He went from 6 to 10, which is... he does kind of play the number 10 role. He's always bursting forward into that spot. Yeah, very, very huge summer. Hopefully we can prove it. I think the only player I wanted to sign was another striker, but obviously looking for that Norwegian striker, it can be tough off the bench. Didn't find one. We were lucky to even find the left back. That was arguably the toughest position. Um, and then one thing I noticed when I was doing registration is we have one spot left. And I'm going to say it now, this player here, as you might have seen, Hugo Gamboa, we brought him in on a free deal and I couldn't register him because of the thing. And now we've got a free spot. I've registered him, but he's going to leave anyway because he's underbid. It's a shame we have to lose him because I would have used him, but he is going to leave, and then that frees up one more spot. But I didn't think we had the extra spot. I'm not really too sure, but it is what it is. Up to 8 out of 9 spots, and if we can get that one more, then I'm sure we can bring in another player with this remaining 2.5 million that we have, which will probably be spent wisely in the next transfer window. We also have world scouting budget now, which is good. They've invested in that, which is a good thing, I think, to be able to do that. And now we have. But yeah, I don't know. It's just depth really. I think the starting 11. I'm very happy with the starting 11 now. I've got no flaws in it. It's just the depth. It's all new players pretty much on the bench, apart from I guess Ennison, Nilsson. So we have to get used to it, and hopefully they can be good and continue to develop, and most importantly are good when it comes to those all-important Conference League games. Very, very busy summer. The final thing obviously is looking at the pre-season. We were supposed to have a Spanish camp, but I think we went and actually just played no games because no one wants to play us because it's in their normal season. But we obviously had this game, which I'm on about now, is always important because the Ajax game gave us so much perspective last year in pre-season. We played against Villa here, as you can see. We'll probably do it this time next year if we're in the knockouts again. It's crazy how it all works, but if we're in the knockouts, we'll have a tough game. We played against Villa at home. They had an absolute super team, by the way. I don't know how they're doing in their actual campaign, but they're 14th. Their team is absolutely insane. They have some amazing players in there. If we take a look at the tactics, I mean, Jared Bowen, Joao Felix, they still kept hold of Watkins. James Maddison is in there. Kerem Koglu is on the wing. I mean, the attack on its own should be able to do a lot of things. Nuno Mendes, Malacia is in there. Pau Torres is still there. I don't know how they've managed to stay 14th, but we did lose 2-1. Very, very. It was a tough game. They did give us a tough game, but 2-1 to manage to hold them to that was still a pretty good result, in my opinion. Then after that, the annual Tromso game against the second team, 9-0 this time. And if you compare it to the last few ones, I guess it's an indicator of how well we're doing. 4-0 there. Have we played them? I'm pretty sure we've played them a few times, or maybe not. Apparently, if that's the only game, I'm quite surprised. I feel like I've played them loads. The under-19s, we beat them 7-1, and I think that is probably it, to be honest. But yeah, if 9-0 is an indicator of anything, this team is looking to be very, very good. Wow, what a summer. Very, very eventful. Let's go and play a game finally. The first game of the season against Lillestrom. So the team for our opening day of the season, we stick with the 3-4-3. Very big fan of it and how it's starting to work, and especially with these new players we brought in. The team starts with Satran in goal. We've got a back line of Lasanta, Eduardo and Ramaj. We've got Kornienko, Dahl, Majun and Conceição making up the midfield. We've got Mota on the left, Kuto on the right and Flores up top. Kick off here in this game against Lillestrom. Let me just take this off. For the Tromso 2 game, it's a morale builder. I mean, the structure I like for pre-season now is obviously those tough opponents, and then the last game we go and absolutely batter the second team. Second team is looking very good at the moment, by the way. I must say, with that I've made some fixes now, so we actually have players, because we didn't have players for some reason, and that was an issue, especially in that one game where we had Svensson at right back. If you remember the cup game against Lillestrom, actually, of all teams, we lost to the eventual winners, so respectable, tough opening day opponents for us. But yeah, I like the format of playing the tough teams, so we get that continental experience, and then after that, going on and kind of getting that game against the second team, absolutely battering them, and then the confidence goes straight up. and the sharpness continues to go up, and everything's just good going into the new season. But opening game here, the defense is clearly not gelled as we'd like it to. It's Ramage who gets caught out there, and it is 1-0 to this Lillestrom team inside 10 minutes. We're sticking with the cautious mentality for now. Obviously, it's going to be a tough game away here against Lillestrom, so we have to respect them as Eduardo gets his opening touches of the time here in Tromso. It's into Mauro Couto. He's not able to get a touch on that. Dahl has got his winner's header at the new number 10. He's not able to. It falls to Kornienko now. Down the line it goes. Motta is in here. Motta, can he go and square it? Where does he go? He squares it into Flores. Back post. Mauro Couto is there. And who else but Mauro Couto to score the opening goal of what could be a huge season. What a player he is, and he is going to be absolutely key. I mean, you know, when we're looking at trying to go on and win it this year, which if I think we've got a real good chance of doing, you know, you're looking at the likes of Mauro Couto, you're looking at the captain Dahl, you know, you're looking at different players. Kornienko, very very key player for us there, and especially for this back line as well. We've got you know, Lasanta's only been here one season. Eduardo, Gilliu's going to come, and he's only been here. He's only just joined, and so is Satran, and you know, Conceição and Kornienko have been here a few seasons now. Conceição a bit less, but they have to really step up and be a key leader. And I think Dahl in that position he is on the pitch, the number 10, he is going to be really really crucial. You know, he's got a real good presence on the ball, his ability, and I think he suits that number 10 number very very well. Satran there doing a lovely bit of goalkeeping, showing why we paid all that money for him as 30 minutes goes in this game. It's been a pretty close game as it stands. It's 1-1. But it looks like Lillestrom might be gathering a bit of momentum, but it is Kornienko who's going to step over this free kick, absolutely deadly over them. I mean, that's why we keep him in this team, to be honest. He steps up and he has scored the free kick once again. What a player Kornienko is. He just does that role so well, and when we need him for the free kicks, he puts them away just like that. 2-1 here against Lillestrom, and we could be on for an opening day win. Are we going to win the league this year? I mean, one thing I've got to say is these opening games are so important. We need to qualify for Europe again whilst we're in Europe. We cannot miss out again. Are we going to dethrone Mulder though off the back of that final day collapse for Viking in the last season? Can it be our season with the third most spenders in the league behind none other than Mulder and Bodo Glimt? Is it finally our time? Kornienko plays this ball in, headers need to be won, but there's no need as Flores is pushed in the area there, and we have the chance to go 3-1 up here. Flores have fixed the penalty takers, and he is going to have the chance. I mean, if it came to a pressure moment again, just like Anderson did in his in the game against Marseille, at least we have a fixed penalty taker now. We know he's going to step up, and it's none other than our number 9, Alex Flores. He steps up, and it's an amazing penalty as ever from him. Alex Flores puts it away, and he is on the score sheet. First of many, you'd think, for him in this season. 25 or something goals last year in all competitions, and that is the first of hopefully 40. It feels like it's building up, and it's going to come eventually. And if there's a season where we need him to do it, is this one. We're going to make a few changes. We give a debut on this left side to Shegdal there. We need him to come on and show what he's about in that role. Obviously, as you can see, he plays it very well. Conceição on the other side, he's got a bit of a simpler role. It's a bit more kind of, you know, it's a bit more simple is probably the best way to describe it. So I've kept him in there. I was happy to keep him in. He's developed really well since he's been here. I've been happy with him. He took that place of Bajoun. I mean, to be fair, I thought both of them would kind of be squad players, but they've both broken into the team in their own, you know, kind of manner, and especially Bajoun as well. He's got roles all over the pitch, and that's why he's gone back to the squad player that I thought he would be when I signed him, and that's why he's very important in this team, and he's an all reliable player. Good shift in midfield so far in this game, but we do require a little bit more from him. We do lead 3-2 in this game, but Lillestrom are trying to create something of a comeback here. Can we hold on? It's not been our best display, even though we were 3-1 up at one point. We have not had much of the ball and momentum by the looks of it. It's another chance here. The header goes in, safe hands by our new star goalkeeper Satran, regarded as the best goalkeeper in the league. So we're expecting big things, and there is going to be a check here. And usually I mean, I'm going to speed it up because I can't be bothered to watch another check. But usually, when the referee goes over, it's not a penalty. The penalty is awarded though. What is the foul in there for? We need a big save from Satran here. Satran steps up, and the new hero, the goalkeeper, the star player, saves the penalty, and he could just seal us a huge 3 points. If we win this game, it would be an amazing opening day for us. Really, it's been the perfect display. What more could you ask for, really? You know, we've been 1-0 down, we've turned it around. Mauro Couto, Flores has scored. Who else got the goal? It was who got the goal? I'm not even too sure. Oh yeah, Kornienko with that free kick. I completely forgot. It would be the perfect result. We had to fight for it, but I guess we're still settling in. Sharpness is not all there, to be honest, because we had 2 games in pre-season, which is probably not enough. But honestly, I'm not that bothered. It's going to be a huge 3 points by the looks of it. As I said, the early stage of the season, as many points as we can get before we get into that grueling part of the season. The full-time whistle goes, and that is a huge 3 points against the reigning Norwegian Cup champions. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye bye.